How's it going, guys? So this is This or That, episode 5. Might be wondering where I am. Where's Logan? Or am I just gonna be by myself? I know there's probably other questions to those, the few that are watching. Me and Logan talked about the future of the podcast and where we want to go, and we wanted to get into more creative endeavors that is not podcasting. So we kind of decided to part ways. That sounds pretty dramatic. Like we're roommates. We're gonna be roommates next year. So we're still boys, but we're not just gonna be doing a podcast together anymore. So right now I'm in El Paso, and my friend Anisia's apartment. Um, she is a fitness influencer. She's has over 2 million followers across all platforms. Super cool person. I kind of wanted to get her on talk about different things. So let me see.
Hi.
Hey. Oh,
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I'm so
of
excited.
course. How are you? How are you feeling?
I'm doing good. I'm really excited about this.
Yeah,
This is my
it's
first time doing a podcast.
yeah, it's a little nerve wracking. Even me, like I'm like in the presence of someone who has so many followers.
No, it's not. It's not.
No,
I'm just a
yeah.
regular person.
Yeah, it's good to have that humility. Do you want to talk about how this came about? How like you saw things on your end? Um, kind of your experience because I know it's been a long day together today.
Yeah.
Like we spent. So how's it been?
Like today
Yeah, no,
or
just or like the way I reached out, like everything.
it was good. Like it was really quick.
Yeah,
So when our mutual friend reached out to me,
yeah,
I was like, really fun because I've never done a podcast before and I feel like it's good to like kind of like say like that so people could know me better too.
yeah,
So honestly, I was just down for it, and I was really excited for you to come. And the fact
yeah,
that you made the drive down here was really cool.
yeah. So guys, I drove 8 hours from Austin to El
Just to do
Paso.
this.
Yeah, it's we're not gonna have someone on Zoom for a podcast, okay? Like we bring the quality.
No, literally. So I'm really excited. Yeah.
No, it should be a good time. We can start with like some basic things if you wanna tell people who you are, like someone who doesn't know you. They just see this random girl on the podcast that they watched.
Yeah.
So who are you and what do you do?
Okay. Well, my name's Anisia Martinez. I do TikTok and Instagram. I would consider myself a fitness influencer, but
A
also
fitness
like
influencer,
yeah, they're like well,
content
honestly, when
creator.
people ask me like, "What do you do?" I kind of say I'm a content creator just because it sounds better than like I'm like a fitness influencer.
I
You know what
think
I
they
mean?
both have like to an extent, they both have like a stigma to them. Like I'm
Yeah.
a content creator or an
It's because I
influencer.
just don't like how it sounds, because there's like that stigma behind it. But like but I love my job, so I'm just like, yeah, like I'm a content creator. But yeah, my TikTok username is Anissa from
We'll put it
Sprouts.
like right up there.
Yeah, I will like tag it so
Yeah.
you guys can go follow me. Yeah, like it's a weird username. Like a lot of people are like change it because I used to work at Sprouts, and when I
Oh,
made
really?
yeah, so when I made the account, I didn't want anyone to know it was me. Like I made a separate account from like so no one could see it, like my family, my friends, like literally nobody, because I was embarrassed.
Just
Like it's
on the down
embarrassing.
low.
Yeah, so I just
Yeah.
like it was an account that I made separate. Like I even created a new email. Just yeah.
Like this is totally not Anisia Martinez at gmail.com.
No, literally, like I just was so like nervous because like my family's judgy, so I'm just like I don't want anyone to see. Like I want to like do this on a clean slate.
Yep, no, that's fair.
Yeah, so I created the account and yeah, I mean I feel like it's too like late to change my username, but I don't know because my Instagram is just
Okay, there we go. And
we'll see.
I'm sure like you've come a long way from being like scared that people know who you are to now. She has 1.8 million on TikTok,
Yeah.
200
75 around there.
75,000. And it's interesting because when we got in touch as to how we're gonna go about doing this,
Yeah.
I had checked and you had like 250 maybe or like 240.
Oh really?
Like it was a lower, like way like a couple thousand lower.
What the heck?
Yeah,
Wow,
and
that's
it
crazy.
went up, which is that's very rapid progression. So I guess to kind of like get into it, like when did you start? Was it in high school and
No, I started a year ago actually.
a year ago?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
that
it was.
is. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, I had really like good luck because it was the third video I reposted that went viral.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my first million like on my third video, I was like, oh my god, like this is
What was the
amazing.
video like? POV.
Yeah, it was my first time like actually just like filming me because before I had posted just like pictures of like my cutest like gym fits that I've worn.
Mm-hmm.
And it did okay. Like I got 1,000. It's like, oh my god, like
That's
like
a
I've never
thousand
had that
people.
many, you know? So I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, like this is insane. So I posted again, it motivated me, and then this one was just about me wearing like this really cute like I got brand new leggings and I was really excited to wear them. And I just put them on and I matched it with like a really pretty top.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked how it looks. So I was just like POV, like you find the most perfect set, whatever. And then yeah, like it took off. So I was like, oh my god, like I could actually do this.
That's and so. I guess like a good question to start off with is how did you go from maybe just making like funny TikToks where it's like POV, this is a cute
Yeah.
outfit to okay guys, here's my back workout routine. Like how did that transition come about and like
Yeah.
what made you want to do that?
Yeah. I think it's just because like when I would do like the funny ones, like people would still just like compliment me. Like they're so nice. Like they're like, oh my gosh, like drop your workout routine. Like what do you do for your legs? Like what's your ab workout? What do you eat in a day? Like and it was just questions I would get constantly. Like every single
Mm-hmm.
video I post, like those were like basically all my comments or like where are the leggings from? But I was just like, okay. Like they keep asking and like I wouldn't post it because I was so nervous to record in the gym. And like on my videos, they're like, "Are you like gatekeeping your workouts?" And I was like, "Oh my god, like, no!"
Gatekeeping is crazy.
Yeah, so I was like, "No, I'm just nervous, but like, I promise you guys, I'll do it." And then I just got over it because I was like, "They're not gonna leave me alone," so like, I'm gonna do it.
So it was for the people. You
No, yeah,
wanted to
for
deliver
sure.
it. Okay.
Yeah, and like honestly, I really kind of wanted to help out, like, because I know a lot of younger girls follow me, like girls that are 16. Because I'm 20, by the way. And
Okay.
what's it called? And I
They're so
know.
much younger than me. They're like young as hell.
And like cause I was them before, like I didn't know like what exercise body, so I kind of was just like going to the gym for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like I kind of get it, like they're like younger, like they want to like start working out, better their bodies, and like I get it, like it's so like there's so many workouts, so many people are telling you don't do that bad, but then somebody else is saying, oh, you should do that because it's good. It's confusing, so like I kind of wanted to put out what I did. Hopefully that helps them in a way.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it definitely I would say it helps people kind of having someone who they see themselves in
Yeah.
go from point A to point B where they're like, damn, like
Like
they
it's
used to be like this.
possible.
It is
Yes.
doable,
It gives
yeah.
them like motivation. So yeah.
What's like the point where you realize that besides like the content creation or becoming an influencer, that your body was physically changing as a result of your workouts?
It kind of was when I started posting
Mm-hmm.
because obviously that's when I felt the most confident in my body. So I was like, okay, like I think I'm confident enough to put it out in the world like that. Because you know it's a scary feeling. Like not
Oh
everyone
yeah.
like could do it. Like it's very scary because people are mean. You know,
Yeah,
like people
mean
could be so
people.
mean, tear you apart. So I was like, okay, like I'm confident enough. Like if someone tells me like, ew, like you don't even look that good, like I'm gonna be like, it's okay. You know, like I could take it. So that's when I feel like my workouts were okay and like I felt like I had some credibility to be able to share my workouts because I
Like
see
it
progress
speaks
within
for
myself.
itself. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, that
Oh
kind of
no,
way.
that's great. I think one thing that a lot of people tend to discredit is that oh like now that you have these followers, now that you have this body or these
Yeah,
results or these people are like well you have it easy because so and so because you look this type of
my
way.
genetics.
And it's like not even genetics. It's like well, it's easy for you to say X, Y, and Z, but then in reality, it's like how do you think I got here? Well, I didn't come out the womb looking like this.
No,
Like
yeah, of course, yeah.
so, I feel like a lot of people tend to discredit that. Um, what I guess like I feel like nowadays like there are in college or not, there are people that are just straight up work out. Like you don't assume that somebody doesn't work out or someone does work out, but I feel like there are a lot of people who don't. And I guess like what got you into the gym before the content creation? Just going to the gym was that like something you've always done or got into it?
Yeah, well, it was because just like kind of like anyone, like I was like insecure about it, like insecure
Okay.
about yourself, you know, like I just wasn't like happy, you know, like I wanted like bigger legs. Like I was really, really skinny.
Mhm.
Like my freshman year of high school, I wasn't even 100 pounds, which is very
Wow.
unhealthy. You know, like
That
my
is
family's
yeah.
really skinny. Like that's just how like they all are, and like I didn't like it. You know, like and especially because I was in volleyball and like a lot of girls had like bigger legs, like they looked really pretty, and I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
like I want that for myself. And then, well, obviously, like I played sports in high school, so I didn't really have time for the gym. But once, like, honestly, like once when COVID hit, like like had a lot of
You're like, all right,
time,
gotta go in.
and yeah, like I really started trying to take the gym a little serious. Like obviously, like there was a lot of times doing, because I was like, it's my first time. Like I just putting myself out there. But then I eventually started. Like I got my trial and errors, and yeah, like ever since COVID 2020, I've been like really trying.
Consistent.
Yeah, and this past year, like it was like my first time like actual like bulking. And yeah, like I saw like crazy. Yeah, like it's like crazy. Like I understand why people bulk and cut. Like
It's interesting. Yeah.
yeah.
How do you feel about the stigma that a lot of girls tend to have in terms of not wanting to do upper body? Like a lot of girls are scared to
Yeah.
do up. Like,
No, yeah,
how do you
yeah.
feel about that?
Honestly, because I was one of those girls.
You're like, I'm over here
Like,
roasting. Yeah, there's like these dumb girls that like.
no, yeah, like that was literally, yeah, like I thought that way too. I was just like, I'm really scared, like because honestly, it is preference.
It
You
is.
know, like
Yeah.
some girls just want to have like a really well developed lower body and like just like a whatever upper.
I mean,
But
you
just
mean a
want,
fat ass? They just want to have a fat
yeah,
ass.
which is like fine. Like it's just totally preference, and that's how I was for a while. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh,
I,
whatever.
I like that you're like trying to sugarcoat it. You're like, some girls really prefer lower body. I'm like, they want to have
No,
a
yeah, like or they want to be quad mommies. Like want to have
quad
juicy
mommies.
quads. Like come on.
I like the quad mommy. That's a good term, right?
Yeah, like they, like it's a thing. So I mean, it's just preference. And once I started posting, like I wasn't really big on my upper body, like
Mhm.
at all. Like I would barely train it, and when I would do like lightweight because it was just my preference. Like I just wanted a really nice lower body. And what's it called? But then like I started making like internet friends, like influencer friends, so
Yeah.
like other girls that follow me. They looked amazing, like their upper bodies and their lower, like everything was proportioned, and I was like, oh my gosh, like they're so strong, and like it just looks so pretty, and I was like, wow, like I want to do that. And
Yeah.
honestly, like I hate the stigma around it. Like it's not a bad thing. I think it's preference. You really can't get that big, like the
As
manly look,
yeah,
unless like you're training, training, training,
and
training.
taking certain supplements.
Yeah, and like it takes a long time for a girl to look like that. So it's like you're not gonna train up her body for 2 months and look like that.
And then
you know?
just get like fucking like man shoulders
Yeah.
and yeah. No,
So I
that's
think
fair.
every girl should just try it out like
And
once.
we've spent most of it together with you and your friend, and one thing that I've noticed throughout the day is how much encouragement and positive energy you guys give to fellow content creators or people
Mhm.
that are in the same I guess same platform as you that are doing these things, because I've seen I know some guys influencers, which I hate using those terms. I know some guy influencers where sometimes they use it as a motivation. Like you look at a girl and you say, oh, she's so pretty, like
Yeah.
I want to get like that.
Yeah.
Some guys, they look and they're like, man, why is he bigger than me? I
They
don't
see it
get
as
bigger
such a
than him.
negative way.
Yeah,
Yes, like
but that positivity, it's been interesting to kind of like I guess witness that throughout the day, hanging out with you guys.
yeah.
Um, Now I want to get into some of the juicier stuff. Um, so, we're in El Paso.
Yeah.
El Paso, maybe like physically and geographically, it's not like a small town. It's one of those towns where it's like the word gets around. Like
Yeah.
people know, people that have like a couple hundred followers, and then we're talking about 275K. So
Yeah.
how has it been like living in this town? Having gone to high school here, going to college
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
How has it been, kind of growing your social media and still trying to maintain like social relations?
Okay. Honestly, my social life is so bad because like I don't, and also in my TikToks I don't, or in my Instagram I don't specify that I'm
Mhm.
from El Paso.
Okay.
Like so I just don't, because like I don't know, like I kind of like how my life is. Like I
Okay.
don't, because like there's a lot that comes with it, because like people just want to be your friend because you have the following.
Hey, I haven't seen you since elementary. How you
Yeah,
been?
and like it's just kind of like I think they probably have good intentions, but it's just like because like I don't know. That's why I really don't say like, oh yeah, like, because people ask me where I'm from all the time. Like they'll comment on my TikToks or like on my Instagram posts, and I'm just like, I don't answer. But until recently, I had posted a TikTok like a couple days ago, and someone answered, and I was like, "Oh, like I'm a Texas girl. I'm from El Paso." I just wanted to like just put it out there so they could stop
Mhm.
asking me whatever. And then what's it called? Everyone was like, "Oh my god, no way! Like I live here too." And then after
What's your
that,
address, man?
no, yeah, where do you live? And what's it called? And so after that, like I had a couple of girls DM me on Instagram because they saw my
Yeah.
comment on TikTok, and they're like, "Oh my god, like there's no way you lived here. Like I've followed you like for the longest time."
Wow.
Yeah, and they're like, I would be so down to pay you to train me, like one-on-one training, and I'm just like, oh, so it kind of opened my eyes a little bit that I could
That is
totally,
interesting.
yeah,
Personal
like,
training.
yeah, like I could totally like start like making like more money off of this, and like train people that live with me. So I think I might start doing that,
That is, I think,
you know.
um, something that sets you apart from other people
Yeah,
is your conversion rate. Like
yeah,
1.8 million on TikTok to almost 300K on Instagram.
yeah,
That is very, very impressive. And just like from like a statistical, not statistical, but like I guess in an objective point of view, that is impressive to be able to, you know, bring your audience over to Instagram. And now this is the part where you're like, okay, like if these people are following me, how is it that I can do something that I'm passionate about and also help them out, right?
mm-hmm.
That's where personal training,
Yeah,
the
or
supplements that you use,
programs, yeah.
program, yeah, exactly. So that should be interesting. And talking about money, so now we're gonna get into some details here. You're
No evil
sponsored.
eye, no evil eye on me.
No,
No evil eye,
knock on
please.
wood. Yes. Um, so you're sponsored. Can you tell me about your sponsors and how do they work?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I love talking about my sponsors.
Okay.
What's it called? So, my two top ones right now that I've been working with for a while now. The first one is Define. It's an activewear brand. Oh my god,
What active wear? You
yeah,
said?
like
Okay.
it's leggings, like anything, like sports bra, like pump, like
Yeah.
regular pump covers, everything. I love them. Like I started
Okay.
working with them in August, I think. So it's been like a while, and yeah, I just post 8 times on my TikTok,
Mhm.
and I'm supposed to post like 8 times on my Instagram, but I don't. But they don't tell me
Breaching the
anything.
contract.
They don't
If
tell me
they're
anything
watching this right
because
now, they're like,
I
"Wait, she
know,
hasn't been
'cause I
posted."
know. What's it called? But I don't. But they're fine with it just because my TikToks kind of make up for like. So how I get paid is that it's just I don't get commission. But they base it kind of off my sales, But I signed a contract, so right now I'm getting paid 5,000 a month.
Okay.
Yeah. And it like goes up based on like sales are. So like I've been consistent, like selling, like how.
Like a certain amount.
Yeah,
Like okay.
like
And
yeah, and what's it called? So that's how they base it. So if like I start moving up and like I start selling more and I'm consistent with that amount, they'll move up.
would you rather have it be where it's commission?
Honestly, like sometimes I wish because in like I think it was February, I had made like 40 something in sales. And
That's
like,
insane.
like if I would have got commission, it would have been a lot more than
Just
5,000,
5,000.
so
Yeah.
I would have totally been down for that, but it's not like a for sure thing that I'll make 40K sales every month. So
Yeah.
like I'm totally okay with just 5K a month for now because they're very fair. Like if I do better, like I'm sure they'll.
They'll
Yeah.
increase it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of like the question where it's like, would you rather, like, especially in service industry,
Okay.
people in like McDonald's, right? They get paid hourly, but then if you serve somewhere, you get based on tips, right? Like,
Mhm.
so I personally prefer tips, and I feel like it's kind of like a parallel to commission
Yeah.
compared to a set rate. And I do understand, like, I think it's better to work for your money than, no matter how much you sell, you'll get, the same amount.
No, yeah, I get that. I get that.
So besides Define, you have another big sponsor.
Yes. I'm with Bloom, like
Okay,
nutrition.
Bloom.
I'm pretty sure if you guys don't know, it's just supplements. Well, it's mostly known for their greens, which get like a
Okay.
lot of hate. Like every time I post them on TikTok, they're like, "This is like basically like a placebo. Like it doesn't even work. Like
Really?
it's like yeah." So I'm just like, I mean, honestly, like it works for me and like a lot of like the girls, my friends that I know that like use
I've
it.
tried it.
Yes, they like it. So I'm just like, I mean, everybody's different. So like if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't necessarily.
Placebo. That's an interesting term.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Um,
Made a
But
difference.
yeah, it does, right? So as far as like, how was the commission on that?
So they don't do commission either.
Okay,
They pay me just set rate. They pay me 2,800. It's a little bit lower,
2,800,
yeah.
yeah,
But it's 6 videos. They
each
don't,
month, right?
yeah,
Okay,
they don't ask me for Instagram posts. It's just purely TikTok. I'm like,
okay.
oh yeah, like I'm just, like so down for
Six.
that, you know?
That's. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's like a great deal. Like post 6 videos and you get 2,800 a month.
Yeah.
And besides that, like you like define as the clothing and Bloom is the supplements. I guess
Yes.
like besides that, do you do any like one-off um deals with brands where you're like
So honestly, I can't because I
they're
signed
binding contracts?
exclusive. No, that well, I just signed exclusive for both of them. That's why they pay me a lot more because before with Define I was non-exclusive, so I was able to work with any other activewear brands like Gymshark and stuff. And like when I signed exclusive with Define, Gymshark reached out to me and like I love Gymshark. Like before I started posting like all of my workout stuff was Gymshark. They're like, hey, like we'd love to have you as like one of our athletes, like, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't, like I just
How
signed.
when does it expire?
Honestly, I don't know because wait, August. Well, it's because I signed for 6 months a couple months ago. I think like 3 months ago. So
Oh, so
yeah,
Gymshark athlete coming soon, possibly.
but I don't know because also though Gymshark was gonna pay me commission, not like a set rate. So I don't know how I feel about that yet. You
Okay,
know, like
yeah.
so we'll see. We'll see because it's Gymshark, you know. So I'm like,
Gymshark. That's a name too. Like
yeah,
the Gymshark. Because I mean, I'm not very like involved in what is it, Gym Talk,
yeah, the
that
gym
well.
talk,
But I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
Gymshark is I feel like everyone really knows. Define, so maybe a little bit more niche. But I mean, I think
yeah, for sure.
there's a safety in knowing how much you're gonna bring, not bring home, but like how much you're gonna make each
Yeah,
month.
for sure.
Your and is it the same exclusive deal with Bloom where you're not able to promote other?
It is, but I feel like they low key don't care. What's it called? And because honestly, with Bloom, I just post the greens. Because I have had a lot of supplement brands reach out to me, but I'm just like, you know, like I'm okay with Bloom, you know, and like they're like a lot of the. So I went on a trip actually with a lot of the Define girls. So they
Oh
all have
shoot.
like they all have like a lot of followers. Like they're
Uh huh.
very big, you know. Like two of the girls had also have like 1 million on TikTok with me.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're awesome. Like they're
Shout out
shout
to.
out to you, Emma and Hannah. I love you guys.
There you go.
What's it called? But yeah, they were all telling me like all of the different brands they work with, and they're just not like the best. Like
Yeah.
one of the girls, she has more followers than me on Instagram. And they only pay her 500 a month. Yeah, for
Wow.
like 5 videos. So it's like she could be getting more, you
A
know,
lot
based on
more.
yeah,
Yeah.
like based on her
The
engagement and followers, you
engagement.
know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Interesting. So would you consider switching out of Bloom or like because obviously money is great, like you money is good, but at the
yeah,
same time, there's something to be said about like the brand you work with,
mhm.
and it's kind of ingenuine promoting like something you don't like. Like, where do you draw that line where you're like, man, if they pay me 5K, I'll promote fucking anything. Like, how is that line for you, or do you just like you don't
Well,
care?
because before I was with Bloom, I would try to work with like different like brands because I was like open to it. So they usually send me a product first, and if like I genuinely don't like it, like if like I don't like how the pre workout tastes, like I just genuinely don't like it, like I'm not gonna continue working with them.
I think it's really good that you're not wanting to promote, um, I guess, things that you don't like. Because I feel like there's a lot of ingenuity in industry, whether if it's fitness or
Like
YouTubers or
anything,
any
yeah,
industry.
yeah,
People are like, oh, I get paid what 100K or 5K or like X amount
yeah.
for promoting this like stupid thing. They don't even like it. They're just like there to for the bag.
Yeah, because it's scary because like people trust your word, you know, and like they spend money on what you say works, you know, like okay, if she says it works, like I'm gonna try it, you know, and
Because
like
I know her. Well,
yeah,
not
you
her,
know, and
but you
like
know.
some people don't have money to waste like that, like they're really trusting your word, so I'd feel really like bad, you know, like
It would be a little ingenuine
yeah,
for someone to promote that to their audience because great power comes great responsibility. Right?
Is that Spider-Man,
Yeah,
right?
no. I mean, it is true though. Like
Yeah,
when
no,
you
yeah, for
have this
sure.
platform, it is a
People trust
power.
you. They look
People.
up to you. Yeah, for
Um.
sure.
So, I mean, I'm a numbers guy. Like we were talking earlier in the car
Yeah.
with the cards or credit cards or whatever. So each month you make about 7, 8 grand just from those deals, right?
Yeah, because I also make around. It's because honestly, TikTok does not pay a lot.
It does
Like
not.
it's yeah,
Fuck
like
TikTok.
no, literally, like they pay you $20 per million view, and it's like,
That's
come on, like
insane.
that's so bad, you know? Like it's just like whatever. So I like range like 500 a month from TikTok. So like I always add that onto whatever I
Okay,
got for that
there you
month.
go.
But yeah, so
Instagram doesn't pay anything,
no,
right?
Instagram doesn't
You know,
pay.
YouTube. I heard YouTube Shorts pays really
Yes,
good.
everyone's telling me to like just repost your
Just
TikToks
repost the
on
exact same thing,
the
and it
reels on YouTube or
or
shorts,
Shorts,
whatever they're
yeah.
called. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I would do
You
that
got
because
to.
you know what? A lot of people screenshot their like YouTube and it's my videos, so people are already posting my videos.
Really?
Yeah, on
Wow.
YouTube. Yeah, I was just like, oh my god, like that's so
Who are these
funny.
randoms? So, what's your like opinion on? You know, we talked about the one fan account that you have, but what's your take on like other people posting your stuff or kind of like people that are out there um, using your name for either clout or on social media, like using it like that?
Yeah, so on Instagram, I have like so many favorited videos of me that people repost like on my TikToks.
Really?
Yeah, but like I don't really mind it when they tag me because I'm
Uh
just
huh.
like, okay, like
Free
period. Like
clout, like you
yeah,
get,
and
yeah.
honestly like one of these accounts posted one of my TikToks and what's it called? And it got like 18 million views on Instagram and I was like, oh my god, that's awesome. So like I got a lot of followers from that because they
Really?
tagged me. So I was like, honestly, like it's free clout, like I'm down for that,
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm here for it. Yeah.
Yeah. But when people like pretend to be me, I'm just like, ew, like, you know, that's weird. You know, and like there was this one girl on TikTok that someone had tagged me in one of her videos, literally like pretending to be me and they're like, this is not you, this is me, and they tagged
Yeah.
me and I couldn't see the video because she blocked me.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had asked
Reported.
yeah, no, I had asked my boyfriend to like search in the video and everything. And yeah, so I was just blocked and he reported her account through his phone. I was like,
There you
oh,
go.
like, cause that's shady. Like,
It is a little weird. Like I wonder what kind of like validation they get from like being able to, I guess like,
act
um,
like me.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just a little weird.
impersonating. It is a little weird.
Yeah.
And you mentioned your boyfriend.
Hmm.
I wanna, you know, it's interesting. Being in this platform where your job, like you when you were mentioning it earlier, like you're like, this is my job.
Yeah.
This is what I do. Like, and now that we're going over the numbers, yeah, dude. Like, if that was my job, I would be like very careful with it too.
Yeah.
So, how has your love life changed from the beginning? So you started about a year ago, and within a
Yes.
year,
Yeah.
holy
It was
shit,
crazy growth. My
it
life
is
changed a lot.
it is a crazy growth. So, how long have you guys been together?
It's so funny because he was with me before TikTok, but like barely, like 2 months before I started posting. Yeah, so
Really?
honestly, he's a real one because he liked me before I
Shout
had
out.
nothing. No, yeah, literally, like that's why I feel like I'm really like attached to him because he knew me before everything. So I know that he's not with me just because of what I have.
The clout, yeah.
Yeah, you know?
And I mean, not to get into the details, but
Yeah.
we did discuss like he does also make a living for himself,
Yeah.
and he's able to. So it's
Of
not like
course.
he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna, come home.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
and
Like
just-
I'm the man.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, that is
for
good though.
sure.
I think, like, especially like, this is what I think about, right? Like, in this day and age, like a 14-year-old or anyone ever can go online and see any type of woman they want, and like the industry as far as like porn goes, everything, it's so wide. Whereas like, before all this was invented, the richest man or like the wealthiest man with the most influence
Yeah.
couldn't do that.
Hmm.
But right now we have access to all these
Everything.
things, and that affects, social relationships. Like right now, when you start texting someone, it's all about, oh, like let me slide into their DMs. Whereas in the past, like you would go talk to them, be genuine.
You'd have to meet them in. Yeah.
Yeah, But nowadays, like it's so hard reading people's intentions. So it's great that like you and your boyfriend met before
Yeah, for
the
sure.
clout.
For sure.
So how'd you guys meet? Like how did that come about?
So, it's really funny because I went to high school with him my freshman, like both of our freshman years. Like we knew about each other, and he had a girlfriend, so I was like, okay, whatever, you know. And then I never really talked to him after that, and it was so I had no form of social media actually before any of this.
Really?
Yeah, well, I only had Snapchat and TikTok, but I wouldn't post on TikTok. I never had Instagram. So yeah, I actually never had Instagram. Yeah, I had to make it because of my TikTok. Like I was growing a lot,
You're
so I
like you
needed
need
to
to
make it
bring
for
it
the brand
over.
deals. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had me on Snapchat for a while, and what's it called? He and I didn't live here. I still live in Dallas last year.
Okay.
And what's it called? I think I posted it like I was in El Paso or whatever, and he's like, "Oh my god, like we should like hang out, whatever,
Yo, I know a
whatever."
spot, and it takes you to like scenic or
No,
something.
literally. So I was just like, "Oh, like honestly, like I'm down, like you
Yeah.
know, like he's cute." So I was just like, "Okay, you know." And so whatever, and then we did, and it was really enjoyable. Like we had went to the gym. Like that was because we
Yeah.
both like had our thing for the
Workout.
gym, you
Yeah.
know. And so yeah, and then ever since then, like
Just been.
yeah, like when so I was there visiting. This happened in December, like 2021. I went to college, and I was just there visiting, you know. And then I was gonna go back like after the winter was over.
Yeah.
I went to college, and then I was just like, hey, like, do you continue talking to me? Like, not everybody wants to be like long distance, you know. So I was so nervous to tell him, and he's like, yeah, of course. Like, what do you expect? So I was like, oh my god, okay. So then whatever, like we did long distance for a while. Like so yeah, and while I was in Dallas, like I didn't have a lot of friends, you know, so I was just like I was like bored, so then that's what kind of pushed me more kind of towards to make content because I was like it's
Might
just
as
like
well,
film.
yeah.
And then so yeah, I started taking off. So yeah, he's the real one. He's been there before everything.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Yeah. So then let me ask you this, like,
Go for it.
and this is kind of a hard hitting question, like just straight looking at on your Instagram or TikTok, like there's no way for someone to tell that you have a boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Is that, and I'm assuming that is for protecting the brand and
Mhm.
like what you do. How has it been like giving your relationship private, which I respect a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like putting your business out there, people form opinions, even if you're not even like famous, but when you do get to that level, it's even worse. So like, when did you guys make the decision to make it private, and how has that process been?
It's actually really funny because I think I was barely at like 500 followers. No, or 5,000 followers on
Mhm.
Instagram. So I was still like barely growing, starting on my Instagram. I was like, oh, like I want to post you, you know, like I had to visit El Paso to come see him. We went to the gym again, and like I missed him, you know, like we took cute pictures, and like I posted one picture on Instagram. I lost so many followers. I lost
Wow.
like 500 followers, like just from like posting
Just
him.
posting him.
Yeah, like once. And what's it called? So like we kind of both like agreed like it's okay, you know, like just protect your image, protect your brand, and honestly, like he doesn't. He feels like people are gonna like roast him and come for him too, you know, because they're like, "That's my girl, why are you with her?" and all
Yeah.
this stuff, you know. So it's kind of like for both of us, like we kind of just, you know.
No, that's fair.
But
That's fair.
yeah, he's very like trust with like
Yeah, I
he.
mean, once you trust someone, there's no reason to doubt anything.
No, yeah, for sure. Like we read like my DMs together
It's-
because it's
I'm
funny,
sure
you know,
that's
like my
funny,
requests. Yeah.
I do that with my girlfriend sometimes too, like where we, like laying in bed or
Yeah.
something. It's just like, let's see the request. Like,
Yeah, like
gonna
it's just really
scroll, yeah.
funny, you know.
Talking about that, you wanna you wanna name drop some people that
Oh
have
my gosh.
reached out to you, like some people that we might know.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Like I just can't believe it sometimes. Like okay, so I could show you actually.
Okay, no, yeah,
I could pull up the receipts. What's it called? I have like a good amount. So the first one that like was like crazy. The rapper, just Mask.
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Wow, man's in your
He-
DMs.
Yeah, he messaged me in like January or something, and I was like, at first I didn't really know who it was because I just showed my boyfriend the message, and he was like, no way.
You're like, I
No
like
way.
this music. He starts going through his playlist,
He was like,
removing his
there's no
songs.
way, no, literally. What's it called? And then the producer, the one, Ronnie, the
Oh my God,
Ronnie. You do too. I was like, oh my God, that's wild.
You're like, oh my God, that's Ronnie.
Yes,
That's
I was just like, that's crazy. Like these people are like, they've made it, you know. And it's like, wow, like Hold on, I'm trying to find it. And then Austin Mahone, you know Austin
Yeah,
Mahone?
yeah.
Yeah, he was like, hey, like, are you in Miami? And I was just like, I didn't answer him. I was just like, yo, you know? And
That's
then
insane. Isn't he married?
I don't know, probably. I don't even know.
What? Oh.
Well, not as exposing him. But
That's
I don't know.
insane.
It could have been like a brand or something because he wasn't really like, he didn't send like hearts or anything. It was just
Like
like,
you're
hey,
trying
like,
to, what are you doing? It's like you up.
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been.
You know Nikki Jam with Daddy
Mm.
Yankee?
Oh wait, I think I've heard of
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Like it's like these are the
Damn.
ones that I haven't answered. Yeah, it's
Damn.
crazy.
Oh, Playboy reached out to
Yes,
you.
yes. I was kind of a little
Wow.
offended by that because it was like I don't put out content like that, but period.
That's
Yeah, and
insane.
just like a bunch of other people.
But I mean, I see. I mean, I can't really show you guys what's on here, but it's um all blue checks, and
Yeah,
these are people that had blue checks and not pay for it. You know?
yeah. Like it's
Wow.
pretty crazy. Like
Interesting.
I'm just like I can't believe this is my life. You know, like
Uh,
it's crazy.
it is. Wow.
And
Schema.
yes, and you know it's
Wow.
funny because some of them like there was this one. Have you watched How to Get Away with Murder?
Yes. Yeah.
There's like one of the actors on there because my mom's watching. I've never seen it, and one of the actors messaged me. Yes, and he
Wow.
deleted his message because I didn't answer him. Yeah, like I took a screenshot because I was like, he looks so familiar.
You're like, where have I seen this
Yeah,
guy?
and then I went back to my mom's house. I think the same day, and she was watching. I was like, oh my
You're
god, like
like, wait,
that's the guy who
I.
messaged me.
That's
Yeah, and like I took a
insane.
screenshot, and then I was looking for it to show her like through my actual DMs, and it wasn't
You're like, it
there. It was like
wasn't
not
there
him
anymore.
deleting it because I didn't answer him.
Wow. I mean, these men, they're thirsty.
Yeah, and I realized about like celebrities that they're like they don't try, like they have no riz, like
No
they're just
riz.
like, hey, or they just send me like a little heart or like smiley faces, you know,
Like
like
my
'cause
presence will make up
no,
for it.
yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, you know, like that's what I've noticed is really different. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy, like it's crazy.
And like I've, I would say like to an extent, I know
Yeah.
people. Like I live in Austin. I go to school there, right? Like I know people, and sometimes when people do text me after not having texted me for a while,
Mhm.
I'm like,
What's up?
what's going? Like there is something that I have, or that I'm doing, or something that I'm in possession of that is of interest to you, right? And again, that's coming from someone who doesn't even have like 2,000 followers.
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
no
yeah.
like social media presence as far as like fame or anything.
Yeah, for sure.
So now that like you're in that position where you have like A-list celebrities sliding in your DMs, how do you go about interacting with like the people that you were acquainted with before, people that you went to high school with, or just like people that are your friends but like not really because you don't know
Yeah.
like what they're like, how do you go
Yeah.
about doing that?
I don't know. It's just like I'm trying to remember people like reaching out like that, but it's kind of like, well, there was this one girl, Megan, obviously, but what's it called? I was really close in high school, but then like kind of just like fell off a little bit. And she just like, hey, Anisia. I was like, hey, like, what's up? She's like, oh my god, like I've been seeing you on my TikTok, like, you're doing like so great, like keep it up. And it's just like, honestly, because I feel like in high school I surrounded myself with a lot of positive people, so it's kind of just like been like that way. But oh my gosh, there's this one girl from El Paso. I'm not even gonna, you know, she also has like a following, and a
Uh-huh.
lot of people know her here because she makes herself really known. She has like 500K on Instagram. So yeah,
Wow.
she has more on Instagram, but and then she has like 200 something on TikTok, 200K.
Okay.
So she has like a good following, you know.
Yeah.
And but she makes it known that she's from El Paso, you know, like she's always putting like I think El Paso's in her bio too.
Wow,
She makes
straight
it
up
known,
like
yeah.
owns it. Okay, part of her
So
brand.
a lot of people know her, you know. And what's it called? I have like a little tea. So what's it called? So she had TikTok before I did. Like when I barely started, she already had like 100K followers, and I was
Okay.
barely starting. I had like 40K. You know,
Like,
like
yeah, in
it
the
was like my
beginning.
second
just
month.
just 40K, like
Okay, you know what I mean? Like
No, no,
at least
compared to where you are today, it was very in the beginning.
yeah, like I was just starting. So what's it called? And my videos were doing pretty good. Like I was pretty consistent. Like my videos would get over 100K like each month, which is pretty good for like 40K followers. You know.
Yeah.
And what's it called? I remember she followed me, and I was like, oh, like, cool, like, you know, like, she's from El Paso, like, I love this, like, I could get advice off of her, whatever. So I followed her back, and what's it called? And a couple of days after I followed her back, She posted a TikTok literally the same as my TikTok. Like she was copying my videos. No, like
Wow.
I'm word for word, like same sound, like same poses I was doing.
Everything.
It was crazy. So the first time she did it, I was like, okay, like it's coincidence, whatever, whatever, right? You know, like whatever.
Yeah.
TikTok, they're trends, like you copy. A couple of days after that, the same thing. A
Wow.
couple of days after that, the same thing. And I was like, okay, this is not coincidence. Like she's literally copying my videos.
Yeah.
And I was like, ew, like that's weird.
That
You know,
is
like she already has more followers than me. Like I'm literally
kind of
trying to
like
grow and she's, you know, and what's it called? So I was just like, I don't really like this. So like I unfollowed her, and like I've had her on Snapchat because remember I told you I'd never had
yeah.
any other social media form because I knew her in high school. Never really talk, but I knew her in high school.
Yeah.
What's it
Acquainted.
called? Yeah. So after like I unfollowed her because she was copying me, like a couple months later, like 3 months later, she texted me. And she texted my Instagram. She's like, "Oh my God, hi Anisia!" Like kind of what my friend said. She was like, "I just came across your TikTok." And she's like, and I just want to say you're doing amazing.
Hey, good job, little buddy.
I was like, not you remembering. I literally unfollowed you. Like we literally used to follow each other. Cause on TikTok, I think you know, like when someone follows you, like it shows you,
Yeah.
like it's like you
shows
have
you
a
a
new
little bit.
message thread with them.
Yeah.
I was like, I know you knew I followed you and
playing
unfollowed
dumb
you.
and, like,
Yes, like
saying-
I was just like, that's so weird, you know?
Keep it up, good little buddy. Like kind of
Yeah.
like demeaning a little bit
Yes.
almost.
So that was like the only weird thing. I was just like, because now I'm bigger than her. Now she's now at
Really?
200. Yes, like when I was at 40K, she was at 100K, and now I'm at 1.8, and she's at 200K. You know, so it's like now you know, like come on.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
no.
you gotta stick to original content. I think like
Mhm.
I mean, right now one big thing is, in my opinion, like being able to come up with original content. Like
Yeah.
there's
Mhm.
everyone has a camera, everyone has a
Yes,
microphone.
yes,
I mean,
yes.
we have phones, right?
Yeah.
So being able to come up with the original content that gives you good results consistently is very hard in this day and age. But I do commend you a lot for being able to do that, and obviously the results speak for themselves. Right?
Yeah, and like there's trends. Like TikTok is all about trends. Like people are making the same videos, but they kind of change it in a way that just caters to you. You know, like you change it in a way that it's like you're following the trend, you're following the sound, but like you'll make it to like your niche.
Yeah.
So like you know, like if a sound's trending about like relationships, like you'll kind of like figure out a way how to make that related to fitness. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like
No, I totally agree.
yeah.
And kind of like stemming off of that, like at what point did you realize that your fame
Mhm.
wasn't just, oh yeah, you know, I follow this trend and this sound,
Okay.
so I got, you know, this many followers.
Mhm. Yeah.
At what point did you realize that wasn't the case, but it was actually people were following you for you and not for the sound you use or
Yeah.
the trend
Yeah.
you were hot? Like, when did that like switch hit, and like how did that change your perception of social media?
Honestly, I think it's this sounds so funny, but it's because I feel like a lot of people, like girls, follow me because of like this sounds so dumb, but like of my outfits,
Okay.
like my gym outfits, like because
Mhm.
I'm like kind of like a little try hard.
Yeah,
What's
I
it
mean,
called?
they're you know, if you make a living off it, with the fine and everything,
Yeah,
you just gotta,
yeah. Yeah. So and like people would comment, like I would just not really do like a trend sound. I kind of just like create a video of my own, like kind of like a workout routine or just like a get ready with me, you know, like something that's not really like a trend,
yeah.
like a trendy sound. I would just like do that. They're like, oh my gosh, like I always love your outfits. Like your outfits never miss. Like kind of like they've been watching my videos to say that, you know. So it made me realize like, oh, like that's really cute. Like people actually like follow me
There.
because they like what I wear. Like they want to see the next outfit I put together, you know, or like my workout routines, you know. Like they're like, can you drop another ab workout or can you drop another leg day? Like they've watched my previous videos and I'm like, oh,
And
that
they
makes me so
want-
happy.
yeah.
And like want more. So I'm just like, oh, like it just makes it more special because like they like me for like what I do, you know, like not just because I'm like doing trends. you know?
Yeah, yeah, because I mean, I had mentioned this before. Like, there was a point when TikTok first came out.
Yeah.
I was, you know, following the right trends, and, you know, posting some type of funny videos, the right sounds.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you know, I had like 30K or something
yeah.
on TikTok, and I was not that I was like letting myself like being like, oh man, I have all these following, but I was like, man, like 30K, that's like, you know, especially in the beginning, you're like,
Yeah,
holy
that's-
shit, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
But then I was like, well, you know, if I had to guess the amount of people that follow me because it's me, it's probably like less than 1%. Like people at that point don't follow you because they care what you're posting, but it's just, oh, this one sound or this or that. But then
Yeah.
obviously over time you're able to cater to audiences that are actually there for you
For
rather
you.
than
Yeah.
the sound or you know the the trend you're hopping on.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I mentioned me like getting 30K, and I must have been like 16 or 17. Um, I don't want to say it got to me because I do like try to keep myself in check, but like how do you deal with that? How do you keep humility? Because like we've hung out today,
Yeah.
and we just seeing you interact with me or with other people, just you're just a genuine person, super
Yeah.
chill. There's
I
no like
appreciate that. Thank you.
entitlement. There's
Yeah.
no. But how do you like keep yourself on check and keep that humility to like be true to yourself?
It's because honestly, like, yeah, like it's crazy to think about. Like, oh my gosh, like, like people, like a lot of people follow you because they like you.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like when I'm not filming, like when I'm not in my zone, like creating content, when I just like go to the gym after, or I'm like at the store, like it kind of just doesn't hit me. Like I'm just like I'm a normal person. And I think also what helped me was that when I went to that Define trip with a bunch of other content creator girls, like huge platforms too.
Yeah.
It was just like hanging out with my regular friends.
Yeah, there was no like entitlement. You didn't feel like because they had more numbers than you, they were talking to you some type of way
Yeah,
or they
like
weren't
no.
belittling.
Like they're very like just genuine people. Like I felt like I was hanging out with my friends that don't have any kind of social standing. And I love that, like, like you're just a regular person. Like
Yeah.
you don't want people to look at you. I feel like I'm so scared to say anything to you. Because it's not even like that. Like it's just social media. Like I don't really think it's like crazy deep.
Yeah, it's just and that is very, very impressive to hear that you were able
Yeah,
to, keep that humility like
yeah. And
because
I'm sorry.
oh no,
I
you go.
also don't really like to tell people just because like number one, like it's kind of like hard to bring up. Like you're like,
Yo, by the way, I have this many followers.
yes, like like
I was like,
what?
okay, fucking
Yes, like
weird.
it's really weird. So like I had gone to my gym for like a long time already, like since like August or something. And a lot of people don't know I film like that I am what I am. And I kind of like it that way just because
That's
like
amazing.
yeah, like I don't like really tell people, and it wasn't until recently my boyfriend had told the gym manager. It's because it kind of slipped into the conversation, and like it's kind of like changed a little bit. Like people are like nicer to me, like So I'm
You're like,
just
do you need
like,
anything? I can get you something.
no, I know, but like I kind of so I just like I kind of keep it to myself unless someone starts talking about it. Like what do you do for work, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind
no,
of just something I like to keep low key, or
I
if they find out on their own.
I think that that is amazing, and I think
Yeah,
like listening to mega famous people like
yeah,
super Billy. I used to be a big Billie Eilish
yeah.
fanboy. Like I
She's
remember
awesome.
when I was 15 actually, I like flew to Milwaukee in Wisconsin to go see her with my
Wow.
friends. Like it was literally
Yeah.
like I mean I don't even know. It was just like an impulsive trip I
Yeah.
went on, but um like I watch her videos and a lot of her interviews, and one thing she focuses on a lot is that she like people on her level can't do anything normal anymore. Like they
That's so
can't go out.
sad.
And I feel like
Yeah.
where you are right now is like you're not like super
And
famous, but you're
yeah,
also
and of course
not like
not.
not famous.
Yeah.
But like where you are, I feel like it's like a good like spot where you can still go to the gym, you
You
can
still have a
still
normal life.
normal life,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
then hopefully it keeps growing. I mean, it's I feel like you're in a great spot, and
Yeah.
there's a lot to come. Uh, we talked about a lot of things, behind the scenes, but how like what role does God play in your life, if any at all? Like, what's your relationship with religion?
Honestly, like I kind of struggled a lot with this because I was very, 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 very religious. Like
Mm-hmm.
my mom doesn't let us miss church. Like even to this day, I go to church.
Okay.
I am a Christian, and I've had a lot of battles because of what I post.
Mm-hmm.
Like I post really, like I'm in a sports bra and shorts,
Yeah,
and it's like,
like
does God,
promiscuous or
in a way,
thing. Yeah,
like my whole thing is to show off my body,
yeah,
basically,
that's your
like
brand.
because yeah, like I'm fitness, and it's just like, is this something God would really want? And it's just like a battle I have a lot like in my head. So it's like a struggle for me, and then like I'm like I shouldn't be ashamed to talk about like God, and I'm not, but I just don't want to bring religion into my account either because I feel like a lot of people don't know that I am Christian, you know? So I kind of do it like in subtle ways. Like on my Instagram, I have a Jesus sticker on my
Hmm.
mirror, and that's the mirror I usually take all my pictures in.
So
So
that
I
people like see
low
it.
key like, oh, like
Yeah.
she likes Jesus, like she believes in God, whatever. So I kind of keep it very low key, so people at least know like I'm a Christian, you know, like I love God, whatever. But I kind of still struggle with that to this day. I'm just like, does he really like? Is he really okay
Yeah.
with me posting this? But then I also feel like he kind of really pushed me into this life, you know? Like I really hear him out and stuff. Like he talks to me, honestly, like he really talks to me. Like
What do you
recently,
mean by that? Like talks to you?
like he like recently I was talking to my boyfriend the other day and like I had like just this really random thought that I was like, I need to like level up in my life. You know, like I really need to do like more, you know, like
Kind of
I'm like
pushing
at a
yourself.
yeah, and it was crazy. It was just happened like on a Saturday, and then the next day when we went to church, that's exactly what the pastor was talking about. They were like,
Wow.
you guys need to push
Wow,
yourselves,
that gave
like
me like goosebumps.
yes, like I'm serious. Like he talks to me like all the time. Like he's like, you need to do more, you know, like even though this is like I think I'm doing pretty okay for myself.
Oh, you're doing great.
Yeah,
I
thank
mean,
you.
8K a month. That's yeah,
Thank you.
that's really
Yes,
good.
like he gave this life to me, but like he still wants more from me, you know? And it's like you know, like good, like God knows like what I was meant to do on this earth. You know,
No,
like you know, so
I
I just want to
agree,
know.
and I feel like it's something. I'm a religious person. Like
Yeah.
I grew up Muslim my whole
Uh-huh.
life. I practice it, and one thing that I feel like a lot of people forget is most like religions, right? Every religion, the relationship that you have with God is between you and Him, right?
Yes.
It's private.
Mhm.
So, you could, if you go up to someone and say, hey, like I'm doing so and so, what do you think? And they could be like, well, based on my understanding of this religion, I don't think that's a great choice, and maybe
Okay.
they could advise you. But I feel like in this day and age, people like virtue signaling a lot, and they
Okay.
they like taking that moral high ground and say, well, God said this and that, and they just like people are always everybody has opinions about something, and they always want to
Yeah.
tell you, well, but at the end of the day, like in the day of judgment and the hereafter,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
between you and God. Like no one else is gonna be there. All those people making those comments, and if you find peace where you are in life as far as that goes, then who is some random person on TikTok to
To
say,
judge you.
yeah, like
Yeah.
what do you know, bro?
Mhm.
Like at the end of the day, like that's kind of where you stand.
Yeah.
So I have a couple more questions. We're kind of went through a lot. Um, so this is, I'm sure you've asked this question or you've considered it, but OnlyFans, right? It's in this day and age in this industry, a lot of people, and I actually might know the person you were telling the tea about earlier. The one
Yeah.
who has, does she have OnlyFans?
I don't know.
Okay, because
Possibly.
okay, so a lot of the people, oh, not a lot of people, but there's a decent chunk of people that are able to cater to audience, and then they move on to that, and there's a lot of negative social stigma about it, but it
Yeah.
is possible to make content on there with no full-on nudity, right? Why not OnlyFans?
Honestly, because majority, well, okay, majority of my followers on TikTok is like 80% girls,
Okay.
you know, and that's what I love, just because that's where I'm kind of trying to promote more is fitness, 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 and like girls are the ones that care about my workout routine, no, not guys.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like they're the ones who are buying the gym clothes, which helps me keep this as a job.
Perfect.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So they're like my target audience in a way. You know, and my Instagram, I really need to work on it because my majority of followers is guys. And honestly, like I appreciate any followers, but like I really
Fuck the guy.
but you know, like they're not gonna care about my workout routines. They're not gonna buy gym clothes.
We
You
all
know?
know why they're there. Like
Yeah, you know,
it's
so it's just like I don't kind of if I feel like if I were to actually do OnlyFans, like it would just grow my Instagram more and more with guys, just because
and
like
that's not what you're
that's not what my goal is. My end goal is not that. You know, like
okay.
I'm really trying to get more like girls to be on my Instagram. Like I want it to be like my TikTok, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Just because it benefits everyone. Like that's what I came on the platform to do, is just to spread my
Help.
workout routines, you know, like my gym outfits. Like that's what I like, you know, like I'm really girly, and a lot of the girls that follow me are girly too, you know, like they like wearing pink, and it's just like I love
Yeah.
that, you know, like, and I want that to be on my Instagram. So I feel like if I,
Did that. No, that's
you know,
actually I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect like such a not an analytical but like a
yeah,
very like thorough answer
yeah,
explaining why and why not.
yeah,
But I think that is very interesting
mhm,
that that's the reasoning. I feel like a lot of the people kind of get into OnlyFans without really knowing what to do. They just want to like cash grab.
yeah, for
The
sure.
first month you make like over 5 figures, and you're like, holy
Mhm.
shit! But then it's like, why did I do this? Like, what was my goal? And they have a hard time being able to grow it, and that's not what they want to do. So now
Yeah,
they're stuck in this like loop where they have OnlyFans, but then that's not what they want to do. So it's great to hear that the reason why you're not on there is actually very like valid and thought through. Because I'm sure like that came to you, like you thought about it or
mhm,
considered it, especially with that big of a platform.
hmm.
Um, Now this podcast is called This or That. So we have a segment where I'm gonna give you a couple different prompts and you can tell me this or that. You know, it's in the name. Um, so in yourself or in your partner, would you rather have like 10 out of 10 face, perfect, like whatever it is that your desired face may look like,
Okay.
that, but like their body's okay, or the other way around where their face is okay, maybe not the best, but like the perfect body, and you can answer it for yourself, for your partner, and we can kind of go from there.
Yeah, that's a really easy one for me because, like, I'm fitness. You know, like if you have like a whatever body, you know, like you could just always go to the
Go to the gym,
gym.
yeah.
You know, eat healthy, like calorie
Work on
deficit,
yourself.
cardio, whatever. Yeah, and like then you have a bomb face. Like there's not really if there's not really a lot you could change about your face. You know, like without doing surgery, but you could totally change your body. You
You
know,
have
naturally.
control. You have
Yeah,
control
that you
over
can
your
control it
body.
exactly, and like that. Honestly, that's what I would do. You know, and like if you have muscles, everything like that doesn't go to your kids. Like your face features do too. You know, so
It's
like
true. That
yeah,
is
so
true.
like you know, like you want your kids to be attractive too. You know, so
Of course.
and then they could go to the gym if they don't like their body. You know?
Yeah. No. I think, and we don't have to get into details
Yeah.
because we've been talking for a while.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, a lot of the people in America or in the current society, I feel like, kind of treat their bodies as like this thing they can't change. And it's like, well, it's easy for you to say these things or this and that, but it's like, bro, like I didn't used to, I never always looked like this. Like, there's
Yeah.
always progress, and I feel like a lot of people, um, kind of like forget that you are able to change your body. Like, um, anyways, so that was one of
For
them.
sure.
What are your thoughts on like platforms like Twitter allows nude content, Instagram is strict about it. Like, have you ever had any videos taken down on Instagram or anything for it? Because sometimes they're super strict, but then like, and I'm sure people relate to this. Like, you follow meme pages, and meme pages post like the most insane ads. Like, and I'm like, what? Like, how is this allowed? But then like they'll take down like one of my pictures for
Yeah.
like the most like random reason.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
like, what's your take on that? Like, do you think they should be more strict, or like, especially on Instagram, like that's where or TikTok as well. Do you think they should be more strict, or just kind of like Wild West, let loose, like see what people
I feel like there should obviously like there should be a little like a
a little bit more strict?
yeah, like there's a line, like there's boundaries, you know? Like I've had videos on my TikTok like get reported for minor safety. They think I'm a minor, which I don't know. It's like
She looks
whatever.
young.
So I mean, you know, like it's fine, you know, like protect like the minors, you know, like little girls should not be showing like themselves like that, you know, because
You don't
there's
think so?
creeps. No, because like honestly, like they don't know what they're doing. You know, like they think that they look pretty, like as they should, you know, but like there's like a certain way to like post yourself, you know, like and like I just we need to protect them, like they're girls, you know, like and
Yeah,
like
and there
guys are
is weird.
creepy. Yes.
Man, weird people.
Yes, and like even like with the little boys, you know, like they shouldn't be doing things that they shouldn't do, like at their age. You know, like it's kind
Yeah.
of like that's why I like that TikTok has like that, like to be able to report like if they look like a minor, because I mean they still review it, you know, like and they're
Yeah.
like, oh, like let's say the caption I put that I'm 19 or like my bio says 19, they're like, okay, like she's not a minor, then they'll leave it alone, you know.
Mm.
But like obviously if you look like a little kid, like they're still gonna take it down, which I personally like that.
Okay, I agree. I think it is. It is a very fine line. Like it
Yeah,
is. You know, a lot of people always say, "Oh, First Amendment, this or that," or we have the freedom to do
yeah.
to. But in the end of the day, like
It's not about you either. Like, exactly, like it's about like look. How would you feel if you saw like a 8-year-old naked girl on your For You page? Very uncomfortable.
it's just like white TikTok showing me this. Like,
Exactly, like you know, and like there's guys out there that like that and it's gross. It's disgusting.
it is, and it's kind of weird that we live in this like day and age where like government used to be the governing body that decides what goes and what doesn't,
Yeah,
but now like as far as expression goes, as far as content goes, anything, it's like up to these like social media platforms
yeah,
that to make those calls to say that's allowed, that's not allowed, and not to say like the government is this divine body that's
yeah, yeah,
able to
yeah, yeah,
decide.
yeah.
Government isn't perfect either, but neither is a company that's based off in China. Like
Yeah.
all these companies that are Twitters, Instagrams,
Yeah.
and uh, it's just hard for them, and the nature of the platform is hard.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of kids have TikTok. You know, like it's like it was originally a dance app. Like obviously little kids, like a lot of little kids are on it. You know, like a lot of my little cousins are on it. You know, like my little brother and sisters are on it. Like it's a kids app. You know, and I'm pretty sure it's the same with Instagram. Instagram's been along here for a while. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure there's tons of kids on it. You know, like you gotta protect the kids. Like to be honest, you know, like
Yeah.
if you're an
Yep.
adult, you want to post yourself that way. Okay, fine. You know, you're an adult. You can make your own decisions, but like there has to be
Kid.
restrictions, you know, because what if a little kid sees that too, and it's like, come on, you know, and like kids should not be posting that either. It's just like a whole thing, like just
I
you know,
agree. No, that's
just
a
worries
very
me,
good
you
point.
know, yeah,
It is worrisome. You could like have like a form of TikTok that's only made for kids because YouTube has that. YouTube has like YouTube
hmm
Kids,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
but then it's like the effects and how effective that is very questionable
yeah,
too. Like
yeah.
there's no like they're not gonna check your
Yeah, yeah,
ID.
yeah, exactly. And honestly, like if you want to show yourself like that, that's what OnlyFans is for. You know, like if you
Agreed.
want,
Yeah.
like you know, like why would you show yourself off like that for free when you could be charging people? You
That's
know?
okay. That's a very good point because
Yeah.
I think that's what I've seen. Where like OnlyFans, I think it was started in 2016, but it really
Same.
blew up over the pandemic.
Yeah.
Um, Instagram feeds went from looking like fucking like porn thumbnails or like just very very like promiscuous, seductive models
Yeah.
to a little bit more tame,
Yeah.
which I like. And then if you are wanting to see that person in that again,
In
like
a
it doesn't have to
provocative
be
way.
nudity,
Yeah. Yeah.
in a provocative way, hey, $5, $10, $20, whatever it is, pay it and then go look at it that
There
way.
you
I think,
go. Yeah, and
hey,
it you know like it protects your self image, protects like the little kids, like grown men that you don't want looking at you like that. Like you know if they really want to, they'll pay for it. You know
yeah,
like
and that's what you're selling, and that's
yeah,
okay.
like
That's more transactional.
exactly. So I feel like it benefits like the girl or the guy that's making the OnlyFans and then the people that are paying for it because it kind of like oh I'm like exclusive.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
a
how
little
guys
bit more.
think. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
like that. So
And
it's
they
like
go in, they're like,
so
I
it's like
I paid
okay.
this money for this.
Yeah.
I agree. And then the last one here is Bad Bunny or Drake. As far as
Okay, because I'm not like I don't really know Spanish like that. So I'd have to say Drake
Drake.
because come on,
Okay,
like
so what? Okay, what happens if like Drake slides into your
I don't know. My boyfriend would probably tell me to flirt with him to get free tickets. To be honest.
Hey, he's coming to. He's going on tour with 21. It could very well happen.
I know, like I'd be crazy. Cause honestly, like I feel like I like 21 Savage more. But
Really?
yeah, so since they've been like doing
No,
their things, like
it's great. I actually saw both of them. North Carolina a couple like a month or two ago. They had
yeah,
like
cause they're
Greenville
touring,
Fest.
right? Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no, their tour I think starts in June.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
J Cole had like this Dreamville Fest, and then Drake was like a surprise guest, and I was
Oh
there. And then
my
Drake
gosh.
comes out, and this dude he goes, all right, I brought family with me today. Y'all want to see? He's trying to hype up the crowd, which
Yeah.
totally worked. Like I was like, yeah. And then he brings out Lil Wayne, Lil Uzi, 21,
Oh my
Glorilla.
gosh.
I think like there's a couple other rappers that were there for the festival. That like the stage was just full of like
Yeah.
A1 celebrities. I was like, this is.
I would
insane.
cry.
No, Lil Uzi came out and I'm like, what? Like I was like, what the? Yeah, like he started playing EXO tour live. Yes, no, it
Wow.
was
That's
great.
amazing.
But yeah, the tour. Honestly, props to your boyfriend. Like I feel like that would be, like that. That's what I would do if like my girlfriend
Yeah.
was getting like
Yeah,
DMs.
like take
I'd be like,
advantage of
yeah,
that.
like be like, hey, what are you doing? Like, I'd be like, yeah, go
Like
for
fly
that.
us out. Fly
Yeah,
me and my bestie out, and then I pull up with me and my
yeah.
boyfriend.
Hey, is it cool by the way? It's like it's a good friend of mine.
No, literally, like that's why I love my boyfriend. He's very like he doesn't get mad at me. You know, like he doesn't get mad
Yeah.
at them. Like he sees it as a positive.
No,
You know, like go
that's
get your free
great.
tickets. You know.
I think like we talked about this off camera as well. Like ego is your biggest enemy, but also your
Yeah.
biggest friend. Because if you know how to tame your ego, you're able to do a lot of great things with your life. And it sounds like he is the type of person where he knows where to draw the line, and he's able to like. Because imagine if imagine if somebody was maybe insecure about that or got upset with it, it would just make the whole thing so much worse.
Yeah.
But because you guys are able to work together, I think it makes it to where it helps you, and he's there for support, and just everybody wins, you know?
Yeah. No, literally, I got like the craziest DM, and actually it was email. So I have my email linked in my bio. And this guy emailed me and he was like, I'll give you 50K for you to send me any of your worn underwear. Like
50K.
yeah, I'm not even kidding. And like he was down for it, you know, so it's just like
Did you do it?
that's another story.
Wait. So you got 50K from that?
No, I think I got scammed to be honest. Yeah, because long story short, I had told him I was like, send me 300, like so I know you're being for real, you know, like like okay, because that's like pretty good deal, you know, like
50K is insane.
yeah. So
I would
just,
wear underwear.
that's what he
Straight
said.
up, like,
That's what my
I'll
boyfriend.
take it.
No, literally, that's what my boyfriend said. He was like, "I'll wear them, and then you could send them." I was just like, period. What's it called? So whatever. Like, I was like, send me just like $300, just so I know, like, you'll send me money, you know. And he was like, okay, bet, and he sent them to me. So I was just like, okay, bet, you know, like, okay. And then what's it called? And then whatever, like I had sent it through, and he's in Canada, so it was like really like a sketchy situation, you know. And what's it called? But before I sent it, I was getting like iffy. I was like, what if he scam me? You know, like I'm getting like And he was just like, I could send you like video of my bank, like whatever, like how much money I have saved, whatever. So he sent me a screen recording of it, and I was like, okay, whatever, you know.
Damn, how much was it in his bank?
He had like 30, no, like 45K or something. Like it was there, and he was like, I have to transfer like the other 10K. So I was like, okay, whatever, like whatever. And then so it took a while to get there because El Paso to Canada, it's like really far, you know. And what's it called? And he was like, it was just like a really weird situation. He said that he was at an address in Canada because he wasn't like on a business thing. So he had to stay at like this Airbnb, and he told me to send it to there because it was like.
Wait, so did you send?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was so weird at the post office because they're like I had to write.
So what is it exactly?
It was so weird. So we were just like undergarments. Like it was just so like.
You're like piece of clothing.
It was such like a weird experience.
Oh,
like.
I bet. And people that work there, they're like.
No, yeah, like it was just really weird, and like we were having a lot of issues like sending it because. Oh, it was just like
it's
this
like
process.
it's a different country. It's
yeah, like it was all crazy, you know, and like he wasn't giving me his real name and like all this stuff. Because obviously, like, why would you want to give me a real name when you're weird like that, right? So long story short, he had left that address I had sent it to like a couple of days before the package got there, so he didn't get it. And what's it called? And then he called like the place he was staying at, his vacation, and like, hey, like, did you get it? Like a package, I was expecting something, and they were like, no, like we haven't got anything. He called. I sent it through USPS or UPS. USPS, and he called them. They said nothing. Like the package should have got there. So he's like, whatever, right? And he was like honestly, like this whole situation has taught me like I'm pathetic and I need help.
Uh,
Yeah. He like had like this whole like
just like a monologue. Like,
yes, like he had like this whole like life like reevaluating his whole life like midlife crisis on me. He was like the fact that I went through all this trouble just to get your package like shows me how pathetic I am. He was like, I really need help. Like after
I'm a
this,
little piece of shit.
he was like, I need to see like I need to go to a therapist. Like I really need help. And honestly, like I felt bad, you know, because I was like,
That is
oi, like
fucked. What is he doing with his life?
yeah, like I felt bad. I was just like, honestly, like everybody has like their weird kinks, you know. Like I really don't think you should feel that bad about yourself, you know. Like, and he's offering to pay,
Okay.
you know.
no,
So
that's
it's not
fair,
like he's
that's
being
fair.
like ugly to them and like send me your underwear, you know. Like it's just a weird kink, you know. Like I feel like he was like a nerd. Like I feel like he was giving
Probably,
me very
I mean, he
nerdy
sounded
vibes.
like saying, like the mannerisms that you've described give me
Yeah.
like a Redditor or like a
Yes.
Discord mod.
Yeah. Yeah. But he was really nice though, like the whole entire time, and he was like, "I'd be down. Like I hope I could send you money for this. Like I know it was a super huge inconvenience for like both of us." He's like, "I won't send you 50K, but like I'll send you money." And I was like,
Did he
"Okay."
end up sending you?
He doesn't answer me.
He didn't.
No, because I was like, oh, like, and I was being nice to him. I was like, oh, like, it's okay. Like, everybody has their kinks. Like, I really don't think it's something you have to, like, feel so bad about yourself for, you know? Like, you like what you like, whatever. And I was like, and if you want to send me money, like, you can. And I was just like, whatever. And then he never answered me. And this was, like, a couple of days ago, so we'll see. But,
Hey,
yeah, it was
hopefully, I
crazy.
mean, a fraction, 20% of 50K is 10K.
I mean, I'd be down for that, you know, I'd be down for whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, people are crazy. Like they're like, I'll send you $500 for your used gym socks.
Ah!
Yeah, like yes, they're like, I'll pay you like $200 an hour to punch me in the stomach. Like, guys are
Wow.
crazy.
Man, you
No,
know.
literally, like, let me show you one.
No, yeah, I used to, when I used to hear the phrase "men are trash" or "men are this, men are that," I was like, I would feel insulted. I'd be like, "Hey, man,
No,
I'm
yeah.
a man. Like, what are you saying?" But
Yeah.
the idea is, yeah, dude, some men are fucking weird.
Look, read that to you. Oh my god.
Wow. Oh, this is your.
Yeah, I
okay,
screenshotted it. Yeah, I
yeah.
just posted it on my dump.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
People are crazy. Like,
That is. Wow. No, that last.
like,
Well, can I say that out
yeah, you
loud?
can say
Yeah.
that.
So the DM read, "I'll pay you $300 to punch me, kick me in the nuts. Let me know if you're interested." Wow.
Like, it's really funny. Like,
Imagine you show up with your boyfriend and you just beats the shit out of him. That is. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah.
Before we close off, anything you want to say to the people watching?
Yeah.
Advice?
Yes, like, honestly, if you guys, like, if you have an urge to post, like, whatever it is, like, fitness, like, health advice, like, literally anything, gaming, I really feel like go for it. Because, like, your life could change. Like, I was working at Amazon, you know, like stress, you know, like, I was not making that much money.
Like the warehouse?
You know? Yeah, like,
Yeah, the
you
hours.
know, it's just not it, you know, and I was, like, struggling. Like, honestly, I was struggling a lot because wasn't it, you know, like it's really hard on your body, and now like I get
Insane
to like
hours, yeah.
yes, like it was 10-hour shifts and it was just not it. And I started posting, like I put myself out there, and now my life is like
Yeah.
I'm almost like making 6 figures, you know, and like I'm
Wow.
20 years old, you know, so it's like anything is possible.
How actually that is very true, but
Mhm.
again, like as far as
Yeah, go for
numbers,
it.
how has like dealing with taxes been with
It hasn't been that bad yet, just because I started getting paid like the same amount I had, like larger amounts like towards the end of the year. So like my taxes weren't bad because it was just like my Amazon, you know. So like
Yes.
it wasn't bad at all. But this year is
This
gonna
is
be crazy.
well,
Yeah.
I my Etsy business has been pretty good for
Yeah.
like the past couple months as well, like generating a couple $1,000s a month. But last year, I realized like how it is.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I thought I had this money, but
Yeah.
good luck for next
I know,
year.
it's like, oh my god, where did my money go? I know, I'm so scared. I'm so scared, but
Okay, well, it's always, at least you're aware. Some
Yeah.
people, they end up getting a letter from IRS and they pay your taxes. Guys, pay your taxes, But again, thank you so much
Yes,
for
thank
coming
you for
on.
having
It's been
me.
a pleasure. Maybe, well, you said you're coming to Austin in October.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, yeah. Maybe we can do a part two by then. We'll,
Cool.
because I drove all the way over here.
Literally.
But hopefully, and we could do a part two or just see how things go. And
Yeah.
that's one thing I want to do with my guests is kind of like do one episode, and then next time we do an
Like a catch
episode,
up.
catch up part two,
Yeah.
like how things have changed. And,
Yeah, since
you know.
okay, cool.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much.